Hello everyone. Wow, it's been a while. Depending on when I post this, it might not be a while for you. I honestly haven't touched my camera since I filmed a little bit of my travels back to Illinois, which would have been mid-October. And just in case, I have no idea when this is going to come up or if it'll get posted, but today is December 16th. And I kind of wanted to do a little sit-down video about my career with Disney. I have not filmed a sit-down video in ages. I don't even know, couple years, 2 years. So bear with me in case I ramble on, which will probably happen, or lose my place. So I am apologizing in advance, and hopefully this video is not too long. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because I feel like it's something I'm always interested in. Every time I meet people who are like, oh yeah, I've worked here and I've worked there. With Disney, I'm always like, oh, well, how did you get there? I'm like, what was your career story? What was your path? What all have you done with the company? So I thought it'd be kind of fun since I'm currently still on furlough, so we'll see what happens when the video is up. I'll maybe give you an update down below if that changes. I'm still on furlough with my current job with the Walt Disney Company. So I thought this video would be kind of fun to make in the meantime. So let's jump right into it. Basically, my very first job with Disney was a college program. I applied in fall of 2016. I got accepted for merchandise, and I started January 2017, and I worked in Epcot, and I worked Park Arrivals merchandise, and so I kind of worked all the stores basically from around Spaceship Earth and towards the front. So I worked the gift shop at the front of the park before you enter. I worked strollers. I worked the two gift shops underneath Spaceship Earth, the pin store behind Spaceship Earth, which does not exist anymore, and I also worked the pin cart, which also doesn't exist anymore, and the little cart by the character meet and greets that are not there anymore in the hallway on your way to Future World, which I believe is also closed now, so those places don't exist. But I also did all the stroller rentals, the wheelchair rentals, and package pickup. So package pickup's part of merchandise. It was a lot of fun. That's how you get your packages from gift shops sent to the front of the park or to your resort. It's part of merchandise cast that gets it there. So I did that for 6 months, and I ended in August of 2017. And what I did is I had to go back for my senior year of college, which I went to school in St. Louis. And so when I came back to St. Louis, I applied to work at the Disney store for seasonal help. And I went in to interview for that. It was the coolest interview ever. You interview with multiple people there. It's just like scenarios. It was like the least nerve-wracking interview I've ever done. And I got the call on my way home after the interview, and I got accepted for that job. So then I started working for the Disney store. And I was just a seasonal retail associate, I think is what we were called. And so we wore these little costumes and made us look like little flight attendants. I think they still wear that same costume. But I worked at one of the malls in St. Louis, and I worked there starting in October of 2017. And I stayed there all until they end up extending my seasonal. So I worked there maybe once a week up until May of 2018, which is when I graduated college and I got accepted for a summer alumni college program, which the summer alumni program you could only apply for if you had already done a college program. And I knew I wanted to go back to Florida after I graduated college. So I applied for the summer alumni program because that way I could get settled back in Florida, live in CP housing again. And so I got accepted for the summer alumni program in May of 2018 for another merchandise program. And so I was a merchandise cast member again in Epcot again, but this time out in World Showcase. And I worked in the American Adventure Pavilion and the Outpost, which everybody always called it the African area, but technically it was just the Outpost. So I was out there for 2.5 months, and that location's currently closed right now. It might come back. And the America gift shop does not exist anymore either, and it is now Art of Disney. But both are really fun locations, and I was only out there, like I said, for a short 2.5 months, and I knew I wanted to stay around, so I applied for transfers, which is the internal system you can use to apply. And mine didn't even involve interviews. I just applied for some transfers to a couple different roles, and I got accepted to move to events with Epcot festivals. So I stayed in Epcot again, and in August of 2018, I joined the festival event guide team in Epcot, and I got placed at the America Gardens Theater, so I was still in the America Pavilion, and I worked as an event guide for all the concert series that went on during Epcot festivals. So I worked, Food and Wine, you had Eat to the Beat. During Festival of the Holidays, we had the Candlelight Processional. During Festival of the Arts, we had the Broadway series, which was hands down my favorite. And during Flower and Garden, we had Garden Rocks, and then in the summer we did the Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Live. Unfortunately, none of those are going on right now anymore. Hopefully they'll come back in the future, but I was out there. I love that job so much, so I was out there for over a year. I started in August 2018, and I left in December of 2019, so about a year ago I was working my last couple shifts there. It was a lot of fun. The cast was amazing. My team was amazing. I made so many friends. It was so much fun out there. But I ended up, still applying to opportunities through the internal cast site, and I was looking for something more professional. I had already graduated with my business degree at this point, I take that back. I graduated with a statistics degree. I had an undergrad, and I was working on my master's in business at the time because of Disney Aspire. And so I applied to a couple jobs, and in January of 2020, I started my brand new job with a desk and everything, and I was working as a sports development coordinator for Disney Sports. So basically, technically this is still my role, but I was a sports development coordinator, and I worked in the office building of Disney Sports in their clubhouse, which is actually located by Animal Kingdom area, if you've ever been out there. But it's a small, fun office building. I had my own cubicle, I had my own desk named plate, and I got to wear my own clothes to work. It was so much fun. I loved the office environment. My team was really fun. Everyone was nice, and mainly what I was focusing on is I was dealing with helping to plan youth events. So at the Wide World of Sports Complex, we host different events throughout the year during normal times, and I was part of the team that helped to create from the beginning anything about with the youth sports events. So mostly younger kids, high school, even recruiting stuff, but that's mainly what I did, mostly looking at the hotel side and helping to actually plan and create those event packages. And it was a lot of fun, and I currently technically still have this job. I am still on furlough though, but by the time this video goes up, that could change. I'm not sure if it'll be my last job with Disney, if we'll continue. We'll have to wait and see. But I think I've said about like 20 times now. But if you want to ask me any questions about applying for Disney or working at Disney or different role opportunities, since I've worked in 3 different roles, all very, very different, because one was merchandise, like your normal frontline cast role. The other one was frontline events. And the third one was backstage, like corporate event planning. So if you have any questions, just comment them down below or reach out to me on my Instagram at Alexis in Wonderland, and I'll try to get back to you. Or I am thinking about making a video of a little Q&A about working for Disney. I've got a lot of free time on my hands, but we will see what happens. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I didn't really keep track, but if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If not, it's fine too. It doesn't matter. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.